Alright, so we are going to wrap up the examples from 1.2. Since there's still a decent amount, we might just finish 1.2 and have the rest of class to work on it, and then we might do 1.3 tomorrow. Because that's part of the thing, since you can't technically have homework to watch a video tonight. That's why I went ahead and gave you the one last night, even though I wasn't sure if we'd be ready for it today. And then you'll have one tomorrow night to watch for Friday. So, anyways, we got through 22 yesterday, so we're going to start with the stuff like 25 through 32, which is just simplifying the expressions. So starting with a relatively easy one, like 26, y squared plus 2y plus 3y squared. If I'm going to simplify that, how would I do that? Yep, so I'm going to combine like terms. So in this case, it's 3y squared plus y squared, which is 4y squared plus 2y. Okay, we always want our variables to be in descending order. So this one was raised to the power of 2, and then this one was just a y. So we always want to put them left to right, biggest to smallest, okay, in terms of power. Number 30, 10 times n squared plus n minus 6 times n squared minus 2. Any idea on what I should do first? Distribute. So what does that give me? 10n squared plus 10n. And then how about this one? Okay, so you have two options here. You can either just do the 6 through and then multiply everything by the negative, or you can multiply everything through by negative 6. Okay, just make sure you pay attention to the sign that's in here when you do it. So the way you did it was fine. And now how do I proceed? Four n squared plus 10n plus 12, and that one is done. Okay, we have it in the right order, and so that's all you need to do for those ones. Let's see, so moving down, it says for 37 through 42 to evaluate the expression for the given values of x and y. So let's start with number 40. Okay, we're skipping some of these problems in the middle, like multiple choice problems or solving a triangle, stuff like that. We're just going to skip those. Alright, so 40 we have 3x that's in parentheses, and all of that is being squared, minus y cubed, and then it says x is equal to 4 and y is equal to 5. Okay, so the first thing I want to do, I'm evaluating this function for these values. So I'm going to go and I'm going to put in 4 for x and 5 for y. So in parentheses I have 3 times, and just to get in the habit, I'm going to put the 4 in a parentheses, and then that's all being squared, minus, inside of parentheses is 5, and it's being cubed. So just so that I can keep up with it, because if it were to be negative 5, then I would need to pay attention to the sign that's on it, because it's being raised to a power. So technically you don't have to. I just like to, just to get in the habit, so that way when you have one that's a negative, you don't forget, and then cancel out the negative sign or something like that. Do you have a question? Okay, what's the next step? Okay, so we'd have 12 squared minus, okay, you already said that's 144, so we'll just go and do that, but, yeah. And that gives me what? 19. Alright, and then that's the answer to that one. Alright, 42. Starting to get a little harder, but not really. X plus 2y over 4x minus y, given that x is -3 and y is 4. Alright, so plug in first. Okay, in this case, you don't necessarily need to put, because there's nothing being multiplied, you don't really have to put this -3 in parentheses unless you want to. But if you just want to make it a habit, you can. But that's -3 plus 2 times y is 4 over 4 times, now in this case I am going to put it in parentheses because I'm multiplying a negative and I don't want that to be confusing. -3 minus, and then that's going to be 4. Okay, and you can put it in parentheses, you don't have to if you don't want to. Okay, if it was negative, I would highly recommend it because you end up with a negative times a negative, and you want to make sure you take care of that. But it's positive, so you don't have to worry about it. So now what do I do? What? Yes, you don't change things to decimals unless I tell you to. And if you have a fraction that's improper, you leave it. Other than, like, simplifying it down and reducing it. Yep. Yeah, it is. I just didn't want to rewrite it. Yeah, you can stick it out front, you can stick it on top, it doesn't matter. I just left it on the bottom because I didn't want to rewrite it again. Alright, so we have some more simplifying the expression. 46p cubed plus 3q squared minus q plus 3p cubed. So what do I do to this one? To give me what? Yeah. Yep. And that one's done. Alright, I'm going to put one for you to try. It's going to be number 50. So just try it and we'll go over it. So 3 times x squared minus y plus 9 times x squared plus 2y. So try this one on your own paper. Everybody should be doing it. It's not optional. On paper. Everybody got an answer? Alright, what answer did we get? Good. Alright, 12x squared plus 15y. Okay, you distribute the numbers, and then you just combine the like terms. So, seems like we're good. Any questions about any of this? Anything you don't understand? Need to go over some more? Ready to start on some problems? Okay, these problems aren't due till Friday, okay, but you are going to have more added tomorrow, so I suggest use the time wisely to get them done. You can post them if you get done. So we are going to yeah. All right. 17, 21, 25, 29, 37, 49, and 51. Okay, 51 is kind of more of a challenge problem. Okay, so I will not help you on it. Okay, I just want to see if you can do it. Okay, it's not a problem like would be on a quiz or a test. It's just purely based on what you've learned, can you put the pieces together and make your own problem kind of thing. Okay, so I'll look at them and tell you if it's correct based on the statement when you turn it in. But you probably should be able to knock this all out before class is over because you still have like 30-something minutes left.